From the fabulous West Bay Conference Center in the heart of the Fillmore, the Success Center of San Francisco presents A Night at the Monte Carlo, and you're buzzing around with Dr. Shelton.
Major projects for Save America's Children, and we're focusing on gangs, and we're focusing on what we can do to stop the violence in our community. So I'm actually finding myself in a situation tonight that focuses on juveniles and young people who we're trying to help make a great way in life, and to show them that there are more opportunities in life than going against the law. It's good to be part of the law, also to make a difference in other people's lives. So I'm really glad I came to this. Because of the overall event tonight, and I am so glad I came.
I'm so glad you came too, sweetie. And this is such a small world, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Success Center San Francisco, this is our first ever fundraiser. Yeah. And we've been in business for 30 years. We're one of the best kept secrets in San Francisco. And we work with young people engaged in the juvenile justice and the foster care system. We provide them with education and employment opportunities. And we graduate 80% of all the Cortland County day school kids. Yeah, so these young people come in prepared to change their lives around, take another chance on another adult in their lives to help them get on the path of the straight and narrow and, go on to do incredible things. So.
Well, we want to congratulate you and thank you for all the good that you do to change the lives of young people. And we need more people like you. You're the Rosa Parks of this event and events like this.
Yes, thank you. And you and I have been doing a lot of stuff in the community over the years, and I'm so glad to have you here too. I appreciate you guys taking the time out and giving us some recognition.
Thank you so much. And let's go back in and give some more time I come by.
program. We really appreciate you. We love you. So I'm going to give you a certificate. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. I just want to start by welcoming you to District 5. You guys are in the right place to have a Monte Carlo night. I see all the tables, I see all the folks dressed to kill. I mean, it's going to be an incredible night, and what better place to celebrate a event like this than in the Fillmore. So I'm so happy to see you here. Okay.
Congratulations on your award, and you deserve everyone that you get. You're the hardest working supervisor we have. And one thing I can say about you, you show up, and you know how important it is that you show up to all the events. Thank you for coming to the NACP Gala and for coming here and just showing up for us. That makes us really, really proud.
Thank you. I mean, I care about my community, and at the end of the day, whether I'm a supervisor or not, my community's still going to be there for me, so I have to make sure I'm still there for them.
And it shows in everything that you do.
Yes.
Everywhere that you go, you represent us really well, and we appreciate you. And I want to give you an invitation on Friday and Saturday at Bethel. We're doing a fundraiser for Save America's Children, and what we want to do is get some phones in Bethel Church so that incarcerated parents can talk to their children.
And I think that's what's key. It's like each of us has to do our part. We don't have to do everything, but we all need to do something.
And I'm so glad that Bethel and our new pastor, Reverend Cousin, has taken up the mantle to help with this project for Saving America's Children.
Yeah.
And we're so happy to have him as our new pastor. What do you think about an event like this?
Well, I think it brings attention to the work. I mean, Success Center works so hard, and they should celebrate, and they should also raise money for their programs. And people need to understand, and this is the place, this is the platform to teach people about exactly what they do. And I got to tell you, unless you see it directly, unless you know those kids, unless you work with those kids, I mean, sometimes you really don't understand the significant impact of an organization like this until you hear the stories of those young people who felt like no one remembers them, no one cares about them, no one's thinking about them, and they're like rock bottom. And it's the difference between them ending up dead or in jail, or ending up with a career, ending up doing something with their lives. And if not for Success Center, I don't know what many of the kids in our communities would do. So I'm really proud of them, and I'm happy that they're in existence.
Well, we have to be a good example for them. And I have seen on TV about young people being killed.
Yes.
But it has never struck me more than now that I'm right deep into the heart of Save America's Children. Now I'm looking all over the country where young people are being killed. Just a young lady in Detroit had a car wreck, went to her door, knocked on the door for help, and ended up dead.
Well, now it's time for us to focus on the positive,
right,
and focus on the success stories and make those more newsworthy than the bad stuff, because we have some great kids in our community. They're doing great things, and we want to make sure that failure is never, ever an option.
And one thing with Save America's Children, I'm going to let you go. We have what is called the Good Bracelet, and what we're going to do is put those on as many arms in America as we can to focus on the good that lies within each of us. And once we do that, it's just like Rosa Parks, who started 1 million feet to marching. We can do 1 million good going, each one teach one and tell about the good.
All right,
so thank you so much for stopping and talking with us.
Yes.
We're speaking to one of the gentlemen from the Success Center at San Francisco, and he's going to introduce himself to you and tell you what the program is that he's responsible for at the Success Center of San Francisco.
Good evening. Hi, my name is Louis Rice, and I'm the lead teacher at the Early Morning Studies Academy. And we work in conjunction with the San Francisco Success Center under the umbrella of the Juvenile Justice Center. And what we do is provide instruction to the students who are enrolled into our program. The Success Center does their part in accommodating the students, but we provide instruction. To date, we graduate more students than any court school in the San Francisco Unified School District. And I'm proud also to report that this year will mark the last year that our students will actually take the pencil and paper GED test, and we're moving toward the technology model of the GED test.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. And we're having a great time working with students who have dropped out and they return back. Our students are at least 17 and a half. And Dr. Shelton, what's amazing is that not only do we accommodate them, but we prepare them not just for GED, but we prepare them for careers and to college in conjunction with the Success Center. So it's been a nice bridge, if you will. We're connected together to the Success Center and the Early Morning Studies Academy, and we're looking forward to things really improving in the coming years. And so far, we have 2 students have been recipients of scholarships that have been offered through the Blacks in Government organization, and these students, Dr. Shelton, are returning back for another year in college, and big, along with the Success Center, is preparing to offer another scholarship to support these students. We are empowering these students to not just, like I say, get a GED, but we're talking about career, we're talking about college, and the main thing that really loops all these students in is the concept of student office. And we try to get these students to not only come to school to get a GED, but to take control of their education. And that's called Student Plus Office.
Wow.
Which you'll be hearing more about in the coming months.
Well, I look forward to hearing about it, and thank you for all you do to help advance the lives of young people through the good that you do.
Dr. Shelton, it is my pleasure. I mean, really, having grown up in the South, I know the value of education, and I do not let up for one moment. If you come through my door, you can help be successful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
At this time, Lady Liz.
Thank you, Sanford. Everybody having a good time? Can we get a big round of applause for Sanford Marshall? Woo! Sanford and I have been plotting and scheming this along with the Board of Directors of Success Center for about 8 months. And every time I said, I want this, he said, okay, we want that. Okay, so thank you, Sanford, so much. So at this time, I just want to give you a brief overview of what Success Center San Francisco is about. And then I brought along with me Mr. James Jackson, who was one of the founding staff of the Youth Guidance Center Improvement Committee, the name we used to be called. As well, we work with Youth for Service. Right? So Success Center San Francisco is a merger between Youth for Service and the Youth Guidance Center Improvement Committee. And now we're called Success Center San Francisco. And we provide education and employment services to young people engaged in the juvenile justice and the foster care system. But anybody who's interested in getting their GED or going to work or doing some service learning is welcome. So Jack, you want to briefly tell us a little bit about how, what was the concept around getting the YDCIC together?
But in the beginning, there were some great men, great judges like Danny Weinstein, Anthony Klein, Judge Hanlon, Maxine Chesney, and a great man called Jim Lickovoti. They decided that young people getting out of juvenile should be prepared. So they put a board together of some of the finest minds in San Francisco. Judges, and a fine, great man called Lefty Leonard Garden. Some of you may have heard of him. Together, they envisioned a program that would help young people get jobs, be prepared to deal with life when they got out of juvenile. As a result, they developed an employment and training program, and they hired outstanding people like John Knox, the late Robert Price, who was the first supervisor, and along with myself and a few others, we began to put a training program together to help the young people from San Francisco find jobs. And I can tell you that with the backing of our great probation staff and the counselors in the hall, we worked together know them better than any organization I've ever been associated with. I've dealt with Job Corps, street programs, but that juvenile hall program that came together to put our kids to work cannot be beat. It started with, as I said, the judges, gentlemen of voting. And I'm going to let it go from there. But I hope you can really appreciate the beauty of the staff in San Francisco, because those that I've observed in other cities are not as dedicated as you juvenile, San Francisco juvenile probation department people.
And devotion to making a difference in her community and beyond. And we know that to be true. So we thank her from the bottom of our heart for all that she's done for San Francisco and all the lives that she's touched in our office and beyond. So I just want to have her come up here and accept this award and thank her for all that she's done.
Appreciate all the effort that Senator Yee has done for us. He has been such a champion for us. We worked together for over 20 years. When he was with the Board of Education, when John Knox and I used to co-chair Willie's Kids. He's just been a champion for young people. When I was the director of the Youth Program Division, he was a champion for young women who have been victims of exploitation, helped us to build safe houses. I mean, he's been an incredible champion for us. So Caitlin and Ms. B. Cardenas has a plaque also for the senator, because we really appreciate all of his effort over the years as well. Thank you.
I would like to read what we would like to present to Senator Leland Yee. And I have to add that a couple of times we had some difficulties that arose during the past year. And this had to deal with our current facility. And when this situation occurred, the first person that we called was Senator Leland Yee. And right away, Senator Leland Yee set up a meeting in Sacramento with the representatives of the Department of Real Estate and the administrator of the courts. And we brought this issue out to the forefront. From then on, Senator Leland Yee has been in the forefront for us to be able to remain in the facility on Woodside Avenue. His commitment and hard work to ensure that the services that we provide to the youth of San Francisco continue to be maintained in that area that is very accessible and is conducive to the kind of services that we provide to the youth of San Francisco. This is why we are presenting the certificate to Senator Leland Yee through Leah that says, for your lifetime dedication and commitment toward education, embrace of diversity and protection of the most vulnerable, presented with appreciation and recognition on this 15th day of November 2013. And I know that we have our board members in the audience, and we, part of this board, like to recognize Senator Leland Yee for his strong commitment, as I said earlier, to the youth of San Francisco. Thank you so very much.
As he captured the history of this very special and magical place.
I'm sitting here in a private setting on the steps at the West Bay Conference Center with the world famous David Johnson. And I want to thank you for the invitation to invite me to come here tonight to this event.
I had you all lined up to come here.
Well, it has been a rewarding experience for me. And just tell me, what does it mean to you to be honored here tonight at this event, at this beautiful gala, for the work that you've done?
Film work I discovered back in 1925. Walmart. It's gone. You can go very far without third school. It's gone to people alive.
And so we reminisce through viewing the pictures that you have on
It's like we're living a dream. I go back and recreate those images that we live. It's only a dream.
You have one picture there that shows the street sign Fillmore, but we couldn't figure out what the cross street was. Gary, Fillmore and Gary.
It's the Mason-Dixon line.
Okay.
Divides the Pacific Island, lower Pacific Island from the upper Pacific Island. If you go down there on Black History Week, the white folks come up in the Pacific Island are dancing down the. They get to Southern Street. They don't go any further.
Do you still take pictures?
Yes, I do.
You do. What are you going to do with all the pictures? Are you going to donate them? Or are you archiving them all?
The San Francisco Public Library.
What are you mainly taking photographs of these days?
My energy goes into archiving my work. If I don't do it at 85, nobody else will do it. I'm not going to leave it to my kids to do.
Your kids don't care about photography, or you don't trust them, or?
They won't take the interest. They're interested. That's the extent. I don't think they fully realize the depth of what I'm leaving behind.
They do not understand the inheritance.
A lot of kids are like that, though.
That's the problem that we're passing on our legacy to our kids. They're interested, but they're busy with their own lives. That's why I'm doing it.
Well, we're very blessed that we had somebody like you, and very blessed that you're here from the Fillmore. It means a lot, even to somebody like me that's just starting off photography, been in it for a little while. I see you, man, it puts a sparkle in my eye. What is your favorite image that you've ever taken?
And the picture of Clarence, that poster that's over on the table.
Okay.
That's my signature photograph.
The one that's on the front of the book. Okay. The guy that has his sitting on the rollers.
Oh, it's a skateboard, I call it.
Okay.
He's a man who had lost use of his legs. And he used to go around San Francisco on a skateboard. So I happened to meet him that day over where Jones Methodist Church is. And that's Pierce Street there. Between Sutter and between Post and Gary. So and that's taken with a 4x5 camera. I just said, would you mind if I took your pictures? And I didn't ask him how you got that video.
Yeah.
I didn't invade his privacy. And the fact that the sun was at about 1 o'clock cast his shadow on the side of the building.
Wow. That's nice that you even remember that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. The little kids with the wagon, the flag.
That's a great picture as well. I love that picture.
And the boy sitting in the lap of Lincoln. Yes. And the lady with the reflections of the American flag in her glasses.
Well, we thank you for the pictures that you have displayed for us. And again, thank you for the picture that you gave to the